Hey guys, John Williams here from the Cashflow couple. We're doing a series of videos on the Cashflow 101 board game, and I wanted to continue that series. Previous video we talked about the big deals and the small deals and how we worked with those. So in this video I'm going to be talking about two other cards here, and those relate to two other spaces that are here on the board. So let's go through those. We've got the market cards, and that's these spaces here. So they're purplish blue spaces. You see there are three of them on the board, and what those are doing is they are simulating market conditions. So this again parallels real life as much as possible, and in real life the market affects what our investments do, and in the game this is the way that's simulated. So we land on one of these spaces, we're going to pull a market card. So let's pull one and see what we got. So this one says limited partnership sold. So the business has been sold and you received twice your original cost. So if you'll remember in the previous video, we actually pulled a card where we could buy into a business as a limited partnership. In this case, we just doubled our money. So that's how that those two cards could be related. Let's pull another one. This one is, oh good, a house buyer. So again, we had pulled a card earlier where we had a chance to buy a house, and if we had taken that opportunity, if you'll remember, that one was actually negative cash flow. But here comes along a house buyer, and so now we have a buyer for our flip property, and it looks like they're offering us $135,000. And if I remember correctly, we spent maybe $55,000 on the purchase, so we just made a big old pile of money here. Now that doesn't get you closer to escaping the rat race because there's no cash flow, but it does give you some capital to work with to go buy some cash flow in the game. So let's pull one more, see if we can get something a little different. Okay, so this is a good example. Not everything that happens in the market is good, right? So in this case, inflation hits. So inflation goes to 10%, interest rates climb to 20% on all home loans, and unfortunately, you financed your homes with adjustable rate mortgages. So you've just lost, you have to give all your homes back to the bank, and you're going to lose your cash flow from those rentals if there was any. So the market can go either way, just like real life. So on to the doodad cards. So doodad cards are these pink spaces here. So there's also three of those, and these represent the things that we purchase in our lives that either just are necessary expenses, or they are things that we decide to spend money on that don't necessarily help us get closer to getting out of the rat race, and they're just facts of life. So let's pull some of those and see some examples. Here's a good one. Car needs tires, pay $300. So that's something that happens to all of us at some point. If you have a car, you need tires. So that's that card. Let's pull a couple more of these, get some examples. Big screen TV. I've actually done this one. So this one it's $4,000 for a big screen TV, and we live in America, so you can put it on your credit card, and you will have to pay $120 a month, or you can pay cash for it. So this one is either going to take away from your pile, or it's going to take away from your passive income because it's going to add to your expenses. So this card could go either way, but it's not helping you get closer to being free. I'll pull one third one here. Your daughter's wedding. So it says cost you $2,000. That's probably a cheap wedding nowadays. And you'll notice here it says if you have a child. So yes, you can have children in this game, and that's a great segue into the other spaces that can be found here on the board. So I'll just go over those real quickly. We have the baby space. So if you land on this space, congratulations, you just had a child. And if you look back on your financial sheet, you'll find that there is a cost per month per child. So if you have one of these, it's adding to your expenses, and it just makes it harder to get out of the rat race because now you need more passive income to exceed those expenses. There's another one down here where you get downsized. That means you've lost your job. It's a fancy name for losing your job. To simulate that, we're paying the total amount of all of our expenses, and we lose 2 turns. So we're losing income and we're losing money, and if we don't have that money, we may actually have to go borrow it, which adds to our expenses. So that's simulating that. There's a space right over here. This one's charity. So this one greases the wheels a little bit. If you donate to charity, it allows you to roll 2 dice instead of 1, which simply gets you around the board quicker and gets you to those paycheck days quicker. And that's to simulate charity. So that's what I wanted to cover in this segment. The market cards, the doodad cards, and those extra spaces. And we'll cover the outside track, the fast track, in our next video.